Sup shooters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today for this video we're going to be checking out a track by an artist named Miles Prime. It features Roca Dolla and it's called What Comes Up. If we switch over to here, we have ourselves a YouTube video which has gotten a fair few thumbs up. That's looking good. Fair few subs. My debut album, Miles Ahead, drops May 7th. That's awesome. So we've got ourselves an album coming up very soon. So it'll be good to check that out when it comes out. We're gonna be listening. Oh, this video is just released. That's fantastic. So we are going to watch this video, and just before we get into it further, I'm not that knowledgeable about video production and cinematography and all that. So this video that I'm doing will mostly be focused on the music. So I'll basically be reviewing more of the song than anything else. So we're gonna listen to music from start till finish, and we're gonna hear what we think. Let's go. I'm loving everything involved here. I'm loving the drums and the bass and the horns, brass. There's like some woodwinds in there as well, right? It's really well mixed and it's nice and loud without being sort of gregarious or sort of abrasive. It's mixed and mastered well. Even without needing to sort of hear the lyrics, you can kind of tell, you know?
Y'all know me, still the same OG with the cold beat, sipping no E. Rolling down the street, Ron yelling out, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Date wild reds with the gold leaf. Arizona locking niggas up, stealing niggas like a cold thief. No justice, nigga, no peace.
I love this guy's delivery, the way he communicates, his attitude, his sort of like his way of expressing himself. The story he's telling, I adore all of it. It's really cool. Really clear with his pronunciation, the words coming through. There's a nice, there's a polished sort of delivery to this. It speaks of experience. And I want to hear more.
The table trying to eat a whole feast. Vegan nigga, no beef. Seasoned niggas really know me. Salt and pepper with the gray, no effort with the layup. Finger rolling paper, so I had to put the K up.
I like the fact that there's space without, like, because in a lot of hip hop I review and listen to nowadays, there's like, if there's a quiet part, it's filled with something, you know, like it like vocally, I mean, in the middle of a verse, it's filled with something. So you have like a repeater going on, or someone will come in and sort of like do an overdub of it or something. You know, Miles Prime just has space, allows the listener to have a bit of a moment to take everything in, especially because, you know, Miles, despite the fact that he's rapping incredibly well, he's also quite quick. So you do need a moment to sort of take everything in. Roca Dolla set the city on fire with a verse, nigga. Call it murder. I be riding in a hearse, nigga. That little that pitch shift there was pretty sick. It is very professional.
Whatever goes up, must come back down. Ain't mean no pressure or lecture. I guess you're satisfied and proud.
I like this. What comes up must come down. So this is, so far what I've taken from this is that they're still going. They've been in the game a while. They're driving laps around people. They're really confident. They're making games. And people think that they're crazy for how they're living their life. I'm assuming this might be Roca Dolla. I mean, it could be. I'm not sure which is which because I haven't listened to either of these artists before, but I like both of them. Very different, sort of like this kind of sung kind of rap sung kind of chorus is a change to the verse, but I like both of them. Like, just before we go any further, I really like the original, the backing track to these two vocalists. I love how interesting it is. There's so much energy and charisma in the music itself, the orchestration, the music production. It's so vibrant and full of life. And, you know, again, while I won't speak too much about the video, it matches that kind of calm, collected energy that has a vivacious, like a lust for existence, you know? It's all very stylistically cohesive and very interesting to both watch. and listen to.
Who am I to try and watch it? Ricky Lake, let him lay, renovate, yellow tape with the caution. I got a reason. Sci-fi mind intertwined with a thesis. Who creeping? Ain't no pope, bitch, that's black Jesus. Really hope that they see this. For the pure fact, can't resist. See sequence. Ball till I fall, work on your defense. Now what's your worth? 25 to life for a life where we get perked. Re-emerge, vision blur, system fail, turn for worse. Ain't even shot. How many times I gotta resurrect from the dead, live in the flesh, hype in the rag, give me all that you got.
That guy was really, really good too. Like I dug the confidence, man. The clarity of the syllables in each of those words was stunning. There was no hesitation, there was no stumbling or anything like that. It's really impressive to hear people rap at that level. Because when you're rapping that quick, da 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 da, like there are a million words, but both Miles Prime and Roca Dolla are just nailing it.
Must come back down. Ain't mean no pressure or lecture. I guess you're satisfied and proud.
These niggas be looking at me crazy, 'cause I be living my life so amazing.
Whole swings and switch ups, we see bigger picture. You never was down.
Oh, it's the big picture you never was down. Is it like kind of looking at when things kind of go not so great in your life, kind of looking at everything and realizing that things aren't as sort of bad as, like, things aren't so bad after all, and like kind of rolling with the punches? Is that the meaning of this track? I will listen to the lyrics again before I give a conclusion to this review. I'm loving that fingerstyle bass there. It's stunning. It's so well played and recorded. Oh, okay, cool. So, that man there is Miles. And the other guy who opened in the first verse was Roca Dolla. That's cool. Cool, I understand now. Apologies, I wasn't sure who Miles was and who Roca Dolla was. That was my bad. But that's cool, man. Miles ahead is the album coming out. Cool, I understand it. I understand. So basically, Roca Dolla was involved with the opening verse, which I think is sportsmanship. I think that's very respectable. I really adore it when you're collaborating with someone and they're featuring, when they put them first, because it's like, hey, you know, you're wanting to take the time to work with me on your music. I want you to have that opening spot. I think that's really great. That's a great show. That's really fantastic and really positive. I'm going to listen to this track through another time just so I can get a bit more of a feel about what the track is about, and I'll be back in a moment for the conclusion. Just whilst I'm listening to the verse as well, I've realized that there's kind of a triplet, dun 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 kind of feel to it that I'm not really used to in a lot of the hip hop I listen to nowadays. I think it's a nice change. A lot of people just stick to kind of straight like kind of 4/4 with 8th note or even 16th note grooves, but to have this triplet kind of 4/4 feel going throughout this track is incredibly classy and helps it to stand out.
Rolling down the street, Ron yelling out, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Take wild rims with the gold leaf. Arizona locking niggas up, stealing niggas like a cold thief. No justice.
Oh, that's horrendous. Are we talking about police brutality and stuff like that? That's awful.
No peace. Spitting live from a church, nigga. Roca Dolla set the city on fire with a verse, nigga.
Oh yeah, of course, this is Roca Dolla there. Fantastic.
Call it murder, murder. I be riding in a hearse, nigga. Hit 100 laps on you suckers while I'm riding in reverse, nigga.
That's clever. He's so cool. Roca Dolla is so articulate. That's fantastic. I really adore the way he communicates.
Really talking drive?
I mean, I know he's not fucking around. I know he's not messing around, but like I don't mean it in a way that's patronizing. I love that wordplay.
Never improvise mileage. Ricky Lake, let him lay, renovate, yellow tape with the caution. I got a reason.
Yeah, that's so sleek. It's so clever, man.
Mind intertwined with a thesis. Who? How many times I gotta resurrect from the dead, live in the flesh, hype in the rag, give me all that you got.
Resurrect from the flesh. Give me. Is he talking about how many times he's got to pick himself up after sort of having a really rough time? I'm assuming that's what it is. So is this kind of more of a more measured kind of retrospective sort of take on it? from the perspective of someone who has gone through a lot of trials and tribulations and is simply just trying to find their way forward. Is that the kind of interpretation I can get from that? This is one of those songs where I think I'd really like to check out like a lyric sheet to it to really understand everything involved, because I feel like there's some nuance I might be missing in some parts. But I think for like a first listen, this hasn't been terribly bad. I really enjoyed this song a lot. It's incredibly clever stuff, and I think that this music is strong enough, or as a single anyways, it is more than strong enough to sort of stand on its own even without the video. The video is just the icing on the cake, you know what I mean? It's great to see these two interacting. I loved Roca Dolla's kind of delivery. I love both these guys sound fantastic together. They complement each other well with they're different styles. They've got slightly different styles of sort of like communicating, but it's worked together well. So I'm going to conclude because it's a bit of a longer review, and I sometimes I go on tangents when I talk about music. This is a song that has replay value primarily because I think the story they're telling is interesting, and the music, if for nothing but the groove, not only the vocal performance, the lyrics and the rapping and singing in the chorus. I think the main core of the music in terms of like the actual instrumentation itself is incredibly strong. It repeats, and there's little changes, little dips and little peaks and all that throughout the track where they need to be. If this is indicative of what Miles Prime's album is going to be like, I am thoroughly excited for it. I think that it's just going to destroy. I loved the confidence that both Miles and Roca Dolla had within this, Miles Prime and Roca Dolla. I think it's justified. They're both fantastic musicians, and I wish them the best of luck in future. But thank you very much for watching this review of what comes up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please do check out Miles Prime and Roca Dolla's social medias and YouTube page. And please do keep an eye out for the upcoming album, which, just so to refresh myself, is miles ahead. That'll be coming out on the 7th. But stay cool, stay safe. Please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.